Three. Three people. What's going on, guys? Cold outside, warm inside. Hello from Norway. What's going on in Norway today? I bet it's cold over there too. Sure, definitely cold here. They're talking sun was going to come out, and yeah, it was out for about. Oh shoot! It wasn't long enough to say good night, and it was gone, which is probably good because last night it was like 8 degrees out, so it was super cold. Hello, how we all doing? How we all doing? I'm working on the blast cabinet, the vacuum. South Africa. Wow, what's going on over there? I bet it's cold over there probably this time of year too, probably, huh? I'm not sure where that one's. Not sure what you're saying there. Yeah, because you told me you were from. It was you that told me you were from Norway, but then I don't know what that other word is. Yeah, got that one. I still haven't asked my wife what that name is, but it's a long ways away from here. I'm in Michigan. You know where Michigan is. I'm way up here in the corner. Up here in the corner where it's cold, and about 8 inches to 12 inches of snow right now. So we've been getting like 1 to 3 inches, 1 to 3 inches, 1 to 3 inches, and they're trying to keep the roads clear, but it's not that bad. Usually when you get 6 or more inches, you know, plow good boys, they're really working it then. Huh. Any questions for me? Those that I can answer. So I've been doing this a few years. This is the first year I've done live stuff, mainly because I didn't have any live capabilities worth anything in my garage where I'm at, which is over 60 feet from my house. So I'm a tinkerer, and I try to make things that I can't afford to buy, and which is the way things are going now, it's almost everything. Except for I don't grow food, so my wife says just buy it at the store. It's even cheaper to buy it at the store and grow it. And some people will argue up and down with that, and that's fine. No questions? No questions? No questions for you? I was trying to find some glue that would work on foam, but the glue I got says it works on foam, and it won't work on foam. It just soaks it up. Just soaks it up and don't work. It's just kind of a little tacky. It's a little tacky. It's this stuff. That's this stuff here. It says right there, it says you can use it on foam, but it says to clamp it down and wait for 24 hours. But it won't even, the tape is, the adhesive stuck off, it came off the tape. So it's, it doesn't want to hold it on where I need it to be held. And, before I can leave it for 24 hours to work it. And it just soaked up. This is the side I put it on, and it's a little tacky, so the foam sucked it all up. It's a little tacky, and so the other option is 3M contact cement, not contact cement, 3M adhesive where you spray both pieces and let it tack up and then use that. I have not tried that yet. The piece I put it on that, and then I put it on something else, and the other thing's tacky too. So tacky wacky. I can't get it to stick. So it's very frustrating. I say frustrating. So I'm just trying to get that to stick to this, and that's sticky now. So I don't know, maybe I need to apply it on both things and wait for it to get tacky and then try to put it on there. But it doesn't, I don't remember seeing that in the directions. It said just put it on and clamp it, which there's no way I can clamp it on here. See, it's already fallen off. I don't know, maybe that's the key, but it's, it's sticking. It's sticking on some of it, and some of it's not sticking. Some sticking and no sticking. It looks like it may work though. Didn't say that. I didn't see that where it said apply on both pieces, let them get tacky, wacky, and then maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'll probably have to stay here overnight while it's sticking on there, because it may be off by tomorrow. Yeah, it's some of it's sticking and some's not. You said it's very small writing, and even if I have my binoculars on, I can't. Even if I have my binoculars on, it's hard to read. So these are my bifocal things. I can just barely. non-porous. See, if it's foam, it says right here, just telling you. It says right here, it says bonds, wood, stone, metals, which that's other piece we're hooking it to is metal, foam, glass, and more. But it says here, no foam. So I would assume that foams up, right? Is that what they're saying? It doesn't foam up. Clear, crystal clear for indoors and out. But it says this is in the house, so this is where it's been warm. But it says here non-porous. I'm not that good at reading. Non-porous surfaces only. It's for non-porous surfaces. So is foam a porous? Porous means I thought what porous would mean if it sucks stuff up. So if you're saying that it works for foam, and then you're reading it over here, it's for non-porous things, then why you have foam on there? Because I think foam is a porous thing. Or for not for non-porous surfaces only. So it means it's for that or not for that? Because I didn't think, a stone could soak up water too, couldn't it? Glass doesn't soak up water. So it's I don't know who wrote the directions here, but yeah, non-foam. So the foam is talking about it doesn't foam up. I would assume that's what they're talking about. Anyways, but they want you to clamp it, so there's no way I can clamp that. So I don't know. This is the second time I've used this product. Another thing, and the other thing, and I didn't put it on both surfaces to see if it would stick. Here it's coming loose. There it wants to. Here it's coming totally loose. But I understand why it's coming loose there because there's a screw right there. So the screw is lifting it up. There it looks like it's doing pretty good. Up here it's coming off. So yeah, I don't know. Totally got me confused about what you really use it for. It's more or less you use it on what it'll work on, and what it don't work on, you can't use it on. How's that? Is that a better application? If it doesn't work on that, um, don't don't use it. I don't know how you would clamp this, anyways. I don't know how you clamp this stuff. I don't know. Any suggestions how you clamp something to something that you can't get a clamp around? Because thought I had some better duct tape, but I don't have any better duct tape. And like I said, I tried this double adhesive stuff. The only thing it'll stick to good is the other part of it. See, it's really sticking good to the same product it is, but it wouldn't stick to the foam and it wouldn't stick to the metal. It didn't like it. I got some 3M tape, but it's been sitting in my garage. It's cold, so I didn't think it was that good a tape, but I was going to try some of this, but I think that the cold weather here in the garage is not helped it out any. We'll find out, won't we? But anyways, I got to put a filter in and out of here. That's why the foam's here in the first place, is to see if I can seal it up. Seal up what I'm trying to stick on. Maybe I need to rewrite directions for their glue. Put on both applications. Wait till it get tacky, and then apply, and then wait for 24 hours before even touching it, and then good luck. Yeah, I only read what it said on there that it was supposed to work on. So. I read the instructions, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't randomly just go into Save No Money and grab something off the shelf and say, good luck with this. Hope this works. It may work better now that I warmed it up. Initially, you know, it's now it's dark. It's probably about 12 degrees out, so it's only 12 degrees, and I was expecting it to do something because I wanted it to do something, right? Now this piece is, I need to go all the way around here, and this piece is already coming loose. That's the one I did double applicated, the application of the application. Well, you're right there. You kind of think that you like watching my channel. Why don't you just go right ahead and subscribe there so you won't leave out on any bit of anything. But if you don't want to, I understand, because sometimes I'm a little boring. But I'm willing to answer your questions if you got any questions. Of course, I got to be able to understand what you're saying, though. I'm sorry that I don't have a translator here. I'm sorry I don't have a translator. The translate some of the questions that are asked before, because I'm sorry, I just there's what happens is I ask people to subscribe and then they just leave, and I get it. I get it. That's not why you're here. You're here to learn something. Learn something. But this build here is a device where it's going to have a blower in there, and it's going to pull the exhaust fumes in here through a filter and then catch them all in this filter right here. That's what the filter's up there for. And it belongs down in here like this. So the fumes are going to come in here, be pulled in here, and get trapped in this filter and not be put out into the air. So it's going to help me when I'm doing some welding. Going to pull the fumes away from where I'm welding at. So that's the plan with this build. Had some issues so far, but just trying to figure out how I wanted to put this in. And I need to put this needs to be moved over on the other side here of this thing with that foam holding it in. So that foam's supposed to take and bridge the gap in here. And it may just do that if I can get the stuff to, stick. But I was thinking that I had to take and I'm going to slide the filter in there, but I don't think I can with that foam's so thick. And I need it that way so I don't lose some of the suction. She's pretty, and I got to put it on this side too. I don't think I can do it on both sides. I think I'm just going to be able to do it on one side. And use this side against this. That can be a clamping device right there, is just putting the filter in to hold it against the other piece. Probably what I'm going to end up doing, probably be another reason why I was thinking that I need to leave it serviceable from the front, is because of that. Just because of what's happening now is I got some foam that was little, not quite so thick, and it's not going to bridge the gap. And so then I ended up going back and getting something that's a little thicker, and she's definitely thicker. But not going to put a piece on, circle around there, so that way it pulls all the fumes through here right into there. And this part over here is just because I have such a big filter. It's so big. And what happens then is between these corrugated parts of the filter, some air can travel that way. and go out. So I want it to be sealed the length of the filter. And I just priced these filters today, and they're $40 a piece. So that's the purpose behind repurposing these filters. Is they're $40 a piece. So if I was thinking I would have to put 2 filters in there. And the problem with that is if I put 2 filters in there, they're $80 already. Yeah. And then if they get plugged, you can't blow them out, so you just have to replace them. Yep. So I need to take and finish up my circle up here, which probably won't be that much fun because I'm thinking that that's quite the bend there. These were at Save No Money for $2 a piece or something, 2 something. That's why I chose these. But like I said, I got double adhesive tape that I thought would stick to this at the beginning of the video, and it won't. It won't stick to it. It just falls off. It just falls off. So this in itself, just trying to get this to go around that corner and hit that other one, is also going to be an event to see, because I say this stuff doesn't like corners. I say that it's going to fall off probably around the corners. It's not going to like it. Straight stretches, I think it's okay, but corners, unless this is made when it's hot right off the roll, I think that you can mold it that way. I don't know, it'd probably work. I'm thinking not. So we're gonna put it on both. Put it on this thing. Then I'm gonna put it on there. Exactly where I want it to. So that way both pieces can get ticky-tacky. Kind of messy with stuff, I'm thinking. Pretty messy. There we go. Pretty messy with it, dripping all over the place and everything else. So imagine that. So we'll put it on here, kind of where I want it, and probably should have just put the glue on the this up here, and here, and then call it a day, but that would be no fun at all. Like that. That's kind of around the back side of the whole cage anyway, so I'll put it there for a bit. I don't think she's going to stay on there, but let's see if we'll give her a chance. We'll give her a chance to see if she's going to hold. Oh, well, that was quick, wasn't it? All right, so we got the glue where we need it. Exactly. So we're just going to let this tack up. And you know, if the other thing might be is if I warm that up, if I warm that up, so it kind of would mold itself to the device that I'm trying to put it on, might be a better thing, but that's not, you know, it's not, it's not that stiff. If you get my drift. If you get my drift, it's not that stiff. So I do go but the other stuff seems to be kind of being tacky. Well, right there, she's not. I may have to take and put some more glue behind it. We may have to do that because I wanted to get tacky a little bit, so I can shove this filter on there and lock it in there, so it'll have it pushing against it overnight. That's my goal. Is it'll be pushing on it overnight, so it is like a clamping effect. A clamping effect, huh? Is there anybody there still? We got what? We got one person, or we lost everybody? Huh? It's kind of boring tonight. Usually I don't. My normal crowd's not with me tonight, it looks like. Or maybe they're there, but I can't see them. So that seems to be an issue lately, is people that usually watch can't seem to comment anymore. So hello there. Hello. How are you doing? How are we doing? Yep. So I have to keep playing tiddlywinks with manhole covers to get the YouTube to let the comments come through. So so again, it's cold up here in Michigan now. They're saying we're supposed to get some more snow tonight. I think they forecasting another 1 to 3 inches. And she's kind of cold outside, and yep. I hope you had a good day, y'all. Y'all, I hope you had a good day. Mine was all right. I did get my noise fixed in my car. Didn't cost me a whole lot of money. I took it to a gentleman that my son had some work done, and he lifted it up on the hoist, and he said, "Oh, I see where you dented it." And I got a picture on my phone, which I got. So after the dent's been removed, of course, you know, not before. I gotta make it look like it really didn't do much of a dent to my car. It's underneath, not the body, just in case the wrong person's watching. And I really didn't. I was going slow. I just backed up and backed up, and I got a camera, and I'm not watching that, and I'm looking both ways, and I'm looking, and all of a sudden I look at my mirror on the side. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going good. And I forgot the driveway kind of went up like this, or I went up like that, and it was all covered in snow, and got like 4 inches of snow, and back down the hill. And I didn't back down the way I did, and after the fact, after I got halfway down and said, "You probably should stop, you idiot," I noticed that somebody had like a turnaround there, and actually it wasn't somebody that came there, that was somebody that lived there, so they knew what kind of driveway it was, so they backed out into a spot and then turned around and left. So I'll know the next time I go there. But I don't have any of that. I was just up at the house a few minutes ago doing all that. So, huh. Um, the only thing I got on my walls is insulation. What do you got on your walls? Maybe you got what you just said, huh? Yeah. So, anyways, he tweaked it and tweaked it, and I told him I just put a zip tie up around on something or other, and I don't know. You tell me. Sounds like you're in charge of that. Looks like that's the best thing. How come your name's not that? Well, it should be though, probably. Anyways, we're just gonna pretend like I just didn't see what you just text. So Kenny S. The kids these days. You're gonna call him a kid, eh? Okay. Well, you got one that says you're a kid. Oh yeah, yeah. You want to talk about something other than talking? Looks like you like doing something other than texting. The topic is what? Education? Educational? Yeah. That's all right. Any questions besides what the topic is right now? Yeah, I'm trying to glue this foam on this box. Um, I'm trying to glue this foam on the box, and the problem is I got to wait for it to tack up. And and yeah, I did the last on Thursday. So last few days I've done something, and I usually do something for like an hour, and in the evening, and answer some questions, and then I just call it a night. So yeah, I can do that. I know it. It's more fun. You know what's more fun than just blocking their names? Just so you know what's more fun is when everybody ignores them. Like remember in school, so when some clown was making a bunch of jokes or whatever, and the whole class just ignored him, pretend like he wasn't even there, and we just look at each other and go, and just go on with class just like the person wasn't even there. And so that's even more fun than blocking them. It's just ignore them. I can do that too. I can block them, but that's no fun. Yeah, you don't want to get them mad because if you block them, then they just come back and say some more stuff. So they just anyways. Like I said, I'm waiting for the to dry next. Actually, I put this part on and it wouldn't stick with this glue. The stuff that says it's supposed to work for foam doesn't work for foam. So then it said clamp it, and there's no way I can get clamps on it. So my tape is cold. It looks like I got my tape working again. And I put some glue around here and kind of waiting for it to tack up a little bit. She's still sticky. She's really not tacky. Tacky. That's a word for it. But I need to seal this gap up between the filter and this housing to get the most effective use out of the filtration on this. Like I said, if I've put this on here and try to stick it down, she'll just come right off there. I mean, it's like a you want to count how long it takes before it falls off on the thing? So that's why I was taking and putting you know, I probably could get the heat gun and warm it up so it forms to the round. But yeah, this, to be truthful, this piece here that was the round curve part already would have probably been better than the piece that I got was the straight piece. Because once it, when they put these, when this comes out of the machine and it's still warm, they put it in these packages. So it probably, this round piece would have probably worked better here, but that just would have made me have to work harder. I just would have had to get more done tonight, and that's no fun. Right now, I could probably shove that filter right in here that I'm going to have to put on here and clamp it on and say, oh, good, it's going to work, and call it a video, but she comes right off there. She jumps right up off there. Yeah, here we go. That's what I said when I went to Save No Money. I went to Save No Money and said, hey, I need some tape just like this here with double stick. They said, we don't have any. They said, we got this. So I tried that and wouldn't even stick to it. And this is duct tape. This is actually duct tape. It says right there in the bottom. The original duct tape from Menards. Original. And it don't work. That's double-sided. And it don't work. So they didn't have any with, the only thing they have with some sticky on one side is the skinny stuff. Probably because they know that the double adhesive won't even stick to something as thick as that. That's my thought. And I would assume, I'm not that smart, but I assume that the glue that they've been putting on this stuff right there, made in where, is cheap. They might even bought the stuff from Amazon and then put this sticker on it and said it's made here. They wouldn't do that, right? I don't even know where this stuff's made at. This one. This is the same company though. Same company. Since they lied to you and give you a 3-year warranty on it, and you know it's not going to last. It's going to fall off within the first bit. Bubble tape. So you're talking about the tape. I think I've seen it there. It has adhesive on one side, like this stuff. Adhesive, and then it has a hollow in the center tube in it, and it goes like this, right? Is that what you're talking about? I've seen that, but she's not going to be as white as this stuff here. That's what I need. That's my problem. That's my problem. That's why I wanted this thicker stuff. And this is probably this is overkill. This is a 1-inch piece. But this next size down was skinny stuff. Well, that's a 1-inch. And I think it's overkill. Of course, you know, I can take and spend the time to cut it. But it won't be smooth. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to cut it. You can warm up a piece, you can get a wire. You can get a wire and run it between 2 nails, and then you hook up some kind of power to it that warms it up to like a hot knife, and then you could just run. I could have dragged it through slowly through that hot knife and just slice this to whatever I want. But you know, it's just more money, more time. So that's why I went with. That's what I went with. If you can't buy what they sell that's supposed to work, then what can you? So then you got to just come out there, use your brain again, and go with different opportunities about how you can get something to work. So I'm just taping it on both ends around the other tape, and then I'm going to go back by the time maybe by that time maybe by that time the tape will be the glue will be more tacky. Then the question is if I wait the 24 hours that it says to wait for the glue, is it all going to be stuck on there? So just you know, like they said, they want you to clamp it on, but I can't take this all apart. Well, you can take this all apart and then put the adhesive on, and then clamp it. Use clamps on it to clamp it, you know, to have it stick to what you want it to do. So this tape keeps coming off. That one piece right there keeps coming off anyway, so I'll be dealing with that again. And it might be coming off. There may be many reasons why it's coming off right there. From the glue that's behind it, it's still tacky to that. So we got it taped all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shove this filter in and shove that filter in there. And collapse it together. See what I'm saying? I'm going to use that as a clamp. I believe better work for me. I mean, the only way you're going to see it is if I bring you up there so you can see it, right? I know this corner of the filter is not behind that because it's too short, but so I'm saying this is going to push right on that filter against that foam, and it's going to bring that right against that metal, and it's going to do what we need it to do. Now, how can I resolve that one corner is I'm thinking that there we go. Kind of smushing on the filter a little bit, but so now I can give that 24 hours to dry, and yeah, it came right loose as soon as I stepped away, so that's why I had the tape on there. But now I got that whole filter running. It's pushing, you know, because this is something. So the whole filter is pushing against that foam all the way around. And you know, how I can tell that is the spots where I had the tape at, the tape is loose. So it's pushing against it. So it's smushing. It's clamp. It's being like a clamp. It's a hold there. So 24 hours later, that glue should hold. According to the instructions on the glue. You know what I'm saying? And it's warm in here. It's above 60 right now. And yeah. Above 60. Yep. Just let her dry. Oh, my son's sent me a text about something. Yeah. So anyways, so I got some pictures. I went to Menards, looked at the stuff. I got some pictures on my phone. I'm going to try to put them up in a regular video of my options, but I'm thinking that hole is where that fang inside of there was 10. I measured it, man. I'm telling you, I should write everything down. So I measured it. It was 10 inches of a hole. Now, when I was off camera last night, I put that piece of metal up that we cut the hole in. We cut the hole in and put the blower on. And there's some suction on that side of that filter. Um, but I think that hole needs to be bigger. I really do. I think that the suction is mainly from all of it, not from the 4-inch hole that I'm going to try to use. So I need to, like reduce it down from that big point this way. I mean, I don't know where else to do because I know that it sucks. The stuff, I was going to get a candle so I could, and the candle doesn't work. Smoke, something with smoke. I do have a smoke machine. Yeah, I do have a smoke machine. What I can do is, um, so I can just show you that it's pulling. You know what I'm saying? Because I can talk about it, and you can hear the blower go, but you don't even see it. And when you're saying, like, what are you coming up with that for? I just watched somebody else's video to say, am I still going in the right direction with what I'm making? Because mine's different than everybody else's because because it's me. But no, we all know it's different because nobody used bed iron and nobody used a file cabinet, and most of them use blower units from a furnace. Yeah, they did use that. Um, yeah, but I was looking at prices of filters because I was telling you guys that why I'm only going to use the one filter if I have to. Yeah, I can use a welder and use that too. But I got a smoke machine just sitting there, and why not use it? I mean, I'm serious. I'm not pulling your leg. I got one. I use it for cars. I bought it once, used it on a vehicle, and then um, just sitting here. So for demonstration purposes, why not use it? Um, right there. You just put the baby oil in it and put a little smoke in there, and you'll see that it's pulling right here. You know what I'm saying? Baby oil. Oil. I'm just gotta find a. I just gotta find a good battery though. It might be. You're like, you don't have any car batteries in there? Yeah, I got car batteries in here. Look at them. I got a few of them around the corner right there. I keep wanting to do a. I keep wanting to do a. One of those battery rejuvenation thing with a welder that some people show supposed to work. I like doing video. I like watching people's videos, and then they cut it all to pieces and make it look like it really worked. And I got 1 foot away from me now. Oh. So I wanted to do that because I got that little TIG welder up there that I never should have bought, but I thought the price was right, so I bought it, and yeah, I tell you that it's a good sun. It gives you a nice sunburn when you're doing it. Because I don't want my woolen jacket, I just do it like this, and so give you a nice. Should give you a nice suntan. Yeah, I'll do that eventually. I'll mess with that because I got to make a different battery box for my son's battery for his because I broke it. I made another box and I measured it and I didn't. I measured it too small. Yep. and I don't even know if you used a measuring tape on it. I just winged it and said it was going to be good, and it's not good. It's too small. And I showed it to somebody when I was talking about what what you shouldn't buy and what you should buy. Take it from me if you bought it. I bought it off marketplace, so I didn't pay the full price. Um, do I go by recommendations of other people? Well, you got to remember, people on YouTube are wanting people to they say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread for the most part, and because I guess these companies watch them, and so they say, and they send them the device. I don't know if they send them a device or not, but that's what they say. And they might have got one sent to them at one time or other. Anyways, it's just a ramble on. But yeah, oh, there it is. I'm trying to talk to you and looked for the box that I made. So, anyways, I used the forks on my son's tractor to move his trailer, and I broke the box, and so I made another one. See, this is, of course, I ground this a little bit to make it look pretty, but I believe that was all right. So these sides are bent already, and I don't even know how I bent them because it's pretty heavy. These ones here are welded. This are welded. This are welded. And I welded, and like I said, I polished it up. I might even hold water. I mean, that was the classes in school, is to put water in it and pump it up with air and see if it holds air and whatever else. And I wasn't good back then, but I'm better since 40 years later. So anyways, that's too small. That's too small. So I got to make another one. So, or I can cut that apart and make it bigger. Because the battery box I destroyed is right there. Right here. And he's got a price on one. It doesn't look like it's broken though, but it's broken. Because I wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have made another one if I didn't break it. So tell me about it. But yeah, that's about what I got. You heading here? Anybody got any experience with this stuff? We'll do this. I'm thinking I'm going to do that tomorrow. This thing, okay? Because I got to make sure I got a good battery. And I can't. Well, I can. I don't want to disturb my wonderful gluing of the fan thing. Yeah, this is my son picked it up. I don't even know if it's any good. I tried to put 110 on it, and it's a 3-phase. Now, again, we get back to YouTube. And everybody's got a video. I'm just trying to find my glasses so I can read what it says on there, and I put them down. Here they are. I put them down. I think it's a 3-phase. It's a 3-phase. And then like this one guy's like, yeah, I can, for $180, $160, which is cheaper than the motor, you can convert it. Right. I got 220. No, but it says 3-phase on it. Somewhere. I don't even know what it's out of. What does it say? 440. Yeah. Motor's 3-phase. I remember you over here so you can see what I'm. Whoa, you guys still there? I almost dropped you. You almost fell. See, motor, 3-phase CIA, 440, 480, or it does say 220 there, but yeah, I can take that cover off for you, but I'm trying to see if like this is 3-to-1. 3-to-1 is the word, because I need something for that bandsaw without spending the money, and I need to slow it down. And if I have a motor, I don't even know if it works or anything, so I don't even know what's off of there yet. Let me take that screws off there. Like I said, a lot of guys, I was even subscribed to somebody's channel that did motors, and it was kind of interesting, some of the stuff the guy did, but the problem was whatever he was doing, I wasn't doing then, or had no need for it. So it was kind of like, you know what I'm talking about. You're not. And then I don't know if I lost him. I don't know if I unsubscribed or YouTube did it. There's a whole lot of bunching there. Whole lot of bunching. I got 1,000 grease of whatever on my. Oh, cool. Gee, I don't have a. See, I'm sure this is a setup where you can make it go do both ways. I'm sure that's what that's about. But I don't want to burn it up just tinkering around. I mean, of course I know what that ground is. And these bridges are for some reason or other to get them so you can use it for more things. But I never spent the time trying to find. I might be able to look up this company, BB Motors, and they might have a diagram on the internet. So this is the. You guys can't see that. Can you make out that name? Because the type motor is, it says FO5010, and then it says a ratio, and then it says number, displacement, and it's a screw drive probably motor. So anyways, I'd love to use that for that. I came up with that. I seen that somebody doing something like that with somebody's video that are doing they make a manual for it. Really, it comes with a manual? I was going to make a joke out of that, but I didn't think it was going to make a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like automatic transmission, manual. But anyways, I didn't. They might be some paperwork with it. Well, they put it this way. They run fast, they don't work, except for wearing out your blades and your time. But when they cut slow, then they work good. And I don't know. It's key weight. Well, there's a key in there. I don't know if that comes off, but I would have to take and find out. We got this 3 years ago, and I'm just doing everything else and trying to find something like that I can use for doing it that I don't spend more money on. You know what I'm saying? Because I got lots of money to put in other stuff. So you just, what do you do? What do you put in? What do you Google it? Because it says something different on the end of it. It says MT motor. So MT motor. If I look up MT motors, is that what you look up? So will you look up MT motors, or just put all the just keep typing all the numbers in there and see what goes from there? Something in my refrigerator doesn't smell good, whatever it is in there, because my chips are smelling like it. I don't know what's in there. Something. I don't know. Yeah, this is just a number. And the gearbox is just a number, but I wouldn't think it would be. Wouldn't think it would be that. Just a number. See if I can find something to write the numbers down on. All right. Figured out what was smelling the old refrigerator. Whew. Old mold. Old moldy bagels. Now, There you go. Yeah, there's a tight. This says number. Ratio and splicing. But I don't see no model number on the motor, and that would be, I would think that would be the number you'd be looking for, right? That was the gearbox. Oh, here it is. Here's the number on the motor, because at least you want to do the motor number versus the gearbox is totally separate. Right? All right. So model numbers should probably tell you what everything else is. I shouldn't have to write anything else down. Wouldn't think. All right, that'll give me something to do later. Yeah, because I don't need. I also need parts for the gearbox. I won't need that number. Yeah, we're like hour and 18 minutes, and yeah, so I'm thinking I got to drill the hole bigger, and I want to let this dry. I was thinking I was going to have to put some foam between the filter and that piece of metal, but this foam in there I got now is pushing so hard this way that I might not need to do anything there. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Did you come in where I showed the picture down there? So I'm thinking that I was going to put it where I slide it in this way, because that foam being so thick, I think I'm going to have to bring them in from the front. I think I'm going to have to bring them in like this, slide it down in there, and put it up. Because the foam is so thick, if I slide it this way, it'll rip that foam right off there. And then that's another reason why I wanted the front removable, so if I had to get in there to do anything, then I could. So that, I just would have to, I'm not going to have to replace this filter every time I do it. It'll be every, bit, which would probably be every 6 months or something. Because this is pretty new. These come out, we use these in the house for HEPA filters, and that's what it is, HEPA filter. Which is, like I said, I was at Menards to look and see how much they were because I was just kind of curious. They're $40 a piece. So that same number, same thing is $40. So unless I really need to put another one in, I'm not going to do it. But so I just have to take this all off. But these reducers that they have there, they're 25 bucks. So we're coming from 10 inch down to the 4 inch. I wish I could yeah, right. I don't think that, I don't think they're going to be that dirty. I mean, again, when I'm grinding something, it wouldn't hurt to have it on because, grinding puts up a lot of dust too. But for me to remember to bring it towards me when I'm grinding something will be hard to remember. But when I'm welding something or other, or cutting with the plasma cutter, because I'm going to cut a bunch more of these compressors that I have. I got to cut them open, and it'll fill this whole garage up with smoke. So that's some of the stuff that my son does that I post up on my scrapping channel. Is those. I can't do them live because I don't have enough. I only have 11 on my scrap pan, but I can do, I can put them back and forth, whatever. But like I said, I got probably about a bunch of those to do, and I have a little rotating table that I have over here to do that. And he's been cutting all these AC evaporator coils off and cutting all the noodles off, the copper ends off him. He's been cutting all those off. And I got a devices pile with stuff on it. But I throw those AC compressors up and then I cut them open. So anyways, that's what I do over here. It's got a big mess. There's a unit right here. Thought I had you guys over here. We got stuff piled all around, so it's always something to do. So we got this unit here that spins these guys around, and I cut them open. So we get all the copper out of that, and we weren't wanting to take we were wanting to peel off the aluminum off. Yeah, yep. Refrigerator pumps, yep. A lot of people will just haul them into the scrapyard like that, and no. So we try to scoop all the money. The only thing that goes to they get 7 cents a pound for is the junk, the waste, the nothing, and then they pay us more for the other stuff. So I don't have I wanted to make a device where I could pull all the copper tubes out of it so I could get it all, but I don't know. I got so many things I'm going now that they're, you know, if I finish this thing up here, it'll be been a while since I really finished something up of my project. So other stuff is just an ongoing thing. And at least it's been snow on the ground, so I can continue to do some projects in the garage because I need to finish them up. Right. Yep. So yeah, um, I'll do the gurgler search on that. See if I can find that. Um, hopefully, I can get this other thing. Like I said, I would like to figure out how to bend the metal and to make those metal reducers myself, so I don't have to spend $30 on it. But you know, you gotta bend them on a degree thing. Is that a shriek? Shriek? That's a chip. I've took like one of these apart. Like, how would you make these things here? You know, just the outside. They cut them apart, and then you got to put all that bend in there, and these things here would be ridiculous to try to make them ridges without a tool. So sometimes you're just gonna have to bite the bullet and buy just buy it. But or you definitely got to make the hole bigger, and hopefully those pieces, the braces there that I put in the road for a 4-inch, so I don't have to take in uncut them. But if I do, I do, because then there's the option. You can go to 10 to 8 or 8 to 6. Yeah. Well, I heard that one. I heard that one now, because I usually get that once every 2.5 weeks. So, you know how them reducers go. But if I could find some way of making it, I think I had some. I think the last pile of stuff went into the scrapyard. I scooped them tubes off it that I had there. I set them aside, and I think there was a reducer, like what I needed, went for 7 cents. Well, probably not even that. For nothing. But how long do I stretch this? I'm already into this, what, half, 3/4 of a month now. And how long do you waste on doing this one box? And how many people run off because you're just wasting too much time? But anyways, did the same thing with the all metal funnels are like that. Yep, I got a big metal funnel outside they use for gasoline. There's outside the door underneath some snow. My son picked up that nobody uses because I think they used it like I don't know what they use the big funnels for. What do they use them big funnels for? Because it was like too big to put on your tractor and pour gasoline. Imagine climbing up on your tractor with a big funnel like that on a gas tank, and then pouring your big funnel in there. We kind of had a hole. Right now I put some other stripping on, and try to get some Gorilla Glue to hold some weather strip on. So now I got the filter holding it on. And so I was going to cut her out, and then we started talking about a motor and this and that and whatever else, and yeah. So that's where we're at now. I got some save no money weather stripping like that. Then I tried to get double adhesive tape to stick it on so it would stick on there, but I knew all along that probably will come off, but I tried it anyways. And it doesn't work, so that double adhesive tape that I spent $6 on with the receipt, he's going back to save no money. And this stuff I'll keep because it didn't do anything wrong, but I wanted to like get a can of double 3M spray and spray this side and let it tack up, and then spray the other thing, let it tack up and do that. But a can of that double adhesive spread thing is, I mean, a can of spray paint's $18, so you know what that would have cost. 35 probably. And I just would have used it one time. I'm putting this adhesive on, and then it would have sat on the shelf over there. Yeah, it would have sat on the shelf like this, and then it would have fell off and broke the nozzle off. And now a half 3/4 can of fluid film is wasted. It wiped out. Hit the floor, wiped out. Then I got another can that PV Blaster, brand new can, fell off the shelf, hit the floor, broke the nozzle off, full can. So I went back to my auto parts store, bought it from us today. You can say that this can fell off your shelf and say that it just fell off your shelf there and you could help me out. And he's like, no. I'm like, why not? I buy all that junk off you. You can just fell off your shelf there and you can just write it off. So we don't write none of that off. We just take it and loss. That's your business. You can write it all off. You can send it back, say it just fell off. Maybe it came that way. Anyways, that's my rant. My rant on a Thursday. And you just walked into that rant. Yeah, so that's where we're at with the blower unit. I'm holding. I slid the filter down in there and held it in there, and so it's supposed to take 24 hours to dry, according to Gorilla Crap, the Gorilla Crap that. The Gorilla Crap. And if this stuff holds, it'll be the first time it works. Because it's the first time I used it, it didn't. It gets like tacky. It's like tacky, like tacky. Expanding. Oh, you talked about that foam that you put in around your doors, expanding foam that turns into a hard cardboard. Yeah. Yeah, I like using that stuff too. You put it around you use it the expanding foam that expands. You just put a little bit and it comes way outside your door thing, and then you got to cut it off. So you do. You're probably thinking like you put too much on. That's what the problem is, you idiot. You put too much in there. You're only supposed to put a little. This is the stuff you buy at the home centers or Save No Money or Ace Hardware or whatever, that stuff. There was a trick that somebody showed how you can keep that foam, that tube from freezing up, but I don't remember what it was. It worked. It worked because they were able to use the rest of the can up instead of using like a round one door thing and say, I'm going to do another door here in a couple weeks. And then when you go back to do it, it all dried up the tube and such. You know, I had to gonna let you cut you guys loose because again we're on the ramble and we're getting nothing done and holding you guys up because I'm sure you got a busy. You're probably thinking about all them things you want to really do, but you ain't doing them. So you're on YouTube watching this old guy that looks like somebody's grandpa run his mouth. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna wait for it to dry, and I'm thinking tomorrow night I'll be back mounting that tin back in because I just sat it in there and cut that one hole, and then was saying, hey, this doesn't work. Now we got that foam in there, and now we can put that glue in there. That glue in there. Now that we have that filter in there, I can put that piece of tin back on there, and then I can use that I don't know. Is it? Is that what that's called? The gorilla snot? This says it's good for says it's good for foam, wood, and all that kind of stuff, but then you read the directions on there and it says it's not for that. Yes. We got the glue expert on. I'm not a glue expert. I just keep trying whatever works. I keep trying stuff and see which one works. I read limited reading. You know what I'm saying? But I read what I want to read and then see if it works. And then I post it up here and say this says it works for foam and it doesn't work. So that way you can not buy that stuff. Super glue. Yeah, that must have been a concern if I got something too harsh. If I got some glue that was too harsh, that it might just like eat the rubber, eat the plastic. You know what I'm saying? It would eat it up. So that's why I went. Yeah. To be honest, that's the only glue I had at the house, and after the double adhesive tape that's supposed to work on anything that's made by duct tape didn't work. That's why I went with that glue. And I was lucky that it said on the package that it was for foam. I don't think so either. My impression of their products are. But if I wait 24 hours, it's at least stick it to, I think, right? And then there's somebody else was mentioning something about a bubble tape, but the bubble tape, what I think a bubble tape is adhesive on one side, and it's like this. It's like glued on like this. There's a hollow tube air through the center of it, right? Isn't that what bubble tape is? I don't think I have any of that. But that's what somebody else said. Use bubble tape. And I thought, bubble tape? I said, I don't think it's big enough to fit. They had some at Menards, and where that was at, and it was about 1/2 inch wide. Oh, that kind of stuff. But that has one side of it goes around something, and the other side is the bubble. Yeah. I still would have had to try to glue it to it. But it does come with adhesive tape. No. Yes, there is some of the adhesive tape. It wasn't very... See, this has adhesive tape on it. This is the first stuff I first got, and I showed it to you guys. And it's only 1/2 inch. Self-adhesive. You've all heard that before. Closed cell. Water resistant. Moderately compacted. And something or other gaps. I don't even know that. Self-sealing doors and windows and such like that. But it's only 3/16 high. Or is that 3/16 wide? 1/2 inch wide, 3/8 high. But I can just put my finger on it and glasses it. So there was no way it would have filled that gap. Scout's honor. I've never been a scout, but Scout's honor that it would never fill that gap. And we really needed to fill that gap because, you know. All right. So I just talked for another 13 minutes. All right, I hope you guys have a good night. No, you're down to 3 now. It was up for a bit. I think it was up to like 18 or something for a bit. I'm thinking of coming back tomorrow night. See how that foam hooked up. Try that smoke thing so you guys can see the smoke going pulled into the filter. That way, you know, your guys are saying, hey, I think you're doing a good thing maybe. Even if you're finally getting around to it. Finally getting around to showing us that it's going to work. If anything, I can show you on the other side where the smoke's blowing against the wall from the fan blowing. And the suction side's not working. But there's 2 sides to that blower though. There's 2 sides to it. So one thing I didn't enclose, I didn't close the motor side in. So that may be, I thought it was the motor side should be open so the motor doesn't burn up. But the question is, there's a gap all the way around the motor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can then go around here like this and then close that around on one side and still have air coming in here, but that might be a concern too. Well, both sides of the blower have a gap around. Well, the one has the big hole where the air pulls in, and then on the other side where the motor slides into the center, there's air around that because there's only 3 parts to hold on. So I'm thinking that it pulls air in from both sides, and maybe that will affect the outcome of deficiency of the sucking power. Anyways, well, let's said, let me show you the smoke test tomorrow night, and then so you can see exactly how much of the smoke's being pulled in, which is going to simulate the same thing, because that smoke thing really puts off some smoke. So it's going to simulate the same thing as my welder or the, my plasma cutter, which she's blowing smoke out in the air, and then we'll go from there, huh? All right, you guys have a good night. Hey, thanks for stopping by and listening to me babble on. And come on back tomorrow night. We're going to do the final smoke test.